In a stunning and unprecedented move, Ukraine has struck deep inside Russian territory, sending shockwaves across the region and far beyond. These are not just border skirmishes or isolated incidents, these are bold, calculated attacks that have reached the very heart of Russia, far from the front lines of the ongoing conflict. Ukrainian forces have specifically targeted key military sites near Moscow, including high-value installations that were once considered untouchable. The precision and audacity of these strikes have left military analysts and observers around the world stunned. The cities of Balashikha and Kaluga, both of which house critical command centers and logistical hubs for the Russian military, are now engulfed in flames. Plumes of smoke rise above these urban centers, a stark visual reminder of the vulnerability that now exists deep within Russian territory. This calculated blow has thrown Russia's military command into disarray, raising serious questions about the country's ability to effectively command and control its forces. The sight of confused officers scrambling to respond highlights the chaos that has been unleashed. The world is watching closely. News of the operation has dominated headlines, with international journalists and military experts reacting in real time to this dramatic escalation. Ukraine's actions have showcased a new level of military capability, signaling a bold shift in the dynamics of the conflict. The strikes themselves were executed with remarkable speed and precision, utilizing advanced technologies such as drones and guided missiles. These tools have allowed Ukraine to hit targets that were previously thought to be out of reach, demonstrating a mastery of modern warfare tactics. This attack marks a significant escalation in the war, bringing the conflict directly to Russia's doorstep. For the first time, the Russian heartland is experiencing the kind of fear and uncertainty that has long plagued Ukrainian cities. Ukraine's message to Russia and to the world is unmistakably clear: nowhere safe, and the psychological impact of this message is profound, reverberating through Russian society and its leadership. Moscow's air defense systems, once thought to be impenetrable, have now been exposed as vulnerable. The sight of damaged missile batteries and smoke trails over the capital is a powerful symbol of this new reality. The psychological impact on the Russian population is immense. Ordinary civilians who once felt insulated from the war now watch the news in shock and fear. Anxiety spreads through the streets of Moscow as air raid sirens wail and uncertainty grows. Inside the Kremlin, officials are scrambling to understand how Ukrainian forces managed to bypass some of the world's most sophisticated defense systems. The question on everyone's mind: how could this happen, and what comes next? This is more than just a military strike. It represents a turning point in the conflict. The balance of power is shifting, and history may well remember this moment as the day the war changed course. Ukraine is demonstrating to the world how a smaller, more agile military can outsmart and outmaneuver a much larger foe. Careful planning, innovative tactics, and the element of surprise have become their greatest weapons. Technology has become the great equalizer in this conflict. Ukrainian engineers and technicians are constantly developing new tools and strategies, proving their ability to innovate under pressure and adapt to rapidly changing circumstances. These attacks are not just about destroying physical targets. They are about breaking the enemy's will to fight, sowing confusion, and blinding the giant. Surveillance systems go dark, and Russian soldiers are left retreating in disarray. Today, the very nature of this war has changed. We are witnessing a new kind of warfare, one driven by data, technology, and daring strategy. The battlefield is no longer defined by front lines, but by networks, innovation, and the relentless pursuit of advantage. The world is watching, and the stakes have never been higher. Ukraine's latest strikes were not random acts of aggression, but carefully orchestrated operations targeting the very heart of Russia's military infrastructure. Each target was selected with meticulous precision, aiming to disrupt the command and control capabilities that form the backbone of Russia's defense network. Ukrainian military planners spent weeks gathering intelligence, analyzing satellite imagery, and coordinating with field operatives to ensure maximum impact with minimal collateral damage. In the city of Balashikha, a major blow was dealt to Russian intelligence. The Vimpel Main Space Intelligence Center, a critical hub for satellite surveillance and reconnaissance, was struck with pinpoint accuracy. This facility acted as Russia's eyes in the sky, monitoring troop movements and relaying vital information to commanders across the country. Its destruction has left a significant blind spot in Russia's ability to track Ukrainian maneuvers and respond effectively. The attack didn't stop there. Ukrainian forces also targeted a secure communications hub, a site essential for encrypted military communications and the coordination of operations. By crippling this facility, Ukraine has severely hampered Russia's ability to issue orders, share intelligence, and maintain cohesion among its scattered units. In Kaluga, another strategic strike destroyed the command post of an anti-aircraft regiment. This post was responsible for coordinating air defenses in the region, and its loss has left Russian forces more vulnerable to further aerial attacks and drone incursions. By systematically dismantling these high-value sites, Ukraine has not only weakened Moscow's defensive shield, but also thrown its military operations into disarray. The loss of radar installations and command facilities means slower response times and increased confusion among Russian ranks. The scale of destruction is catastrophic. Buildings that once buzzed with activity now lie in ruins, reduced to smoldering piles of concrete and twisted metal. Reinforced structures designed to withstand attacks have been obliterated, underscoring the precision and power of Ukraine's strikes. These attacks were not just about physical destruction. Ukraine's goal was functional annihilation, rendering these command centers and communication hubs completely useless. Control panels are shattered, equipment is disabled, and operations rooms are left in chaos, making any immediate recovery impossible. For Russia, the road to recovery will be long and arduous. Rebuilding these sophisticated facilities will take months, if not years, and will require resources and expertise that are now stretched thin by ongoing conflict. In the meantime, Russia's ability to coordinate and defend its forces remains severely compromised. The loss of these nerve centers is a crippling blow to Russia's military nervous system. Commanders are left scrambling for alternatives, forced to rely on outdated methods and insecure lines of communication. The psychological impact on Russian troops and leadership cannot be overstated. With Russia's command structure in disarray, Ukraine now has a unique opportunity to press its advantage on the front lines. As Russian forces struggle to regroup and adapt, Ukrainian troops are advancing, capitalizing on the chaos to reclaim territory and shift the momentum of the conflict in their favor. The operation began under the cover of darkness, as the city below remained unaware of the storm about to unfold above. Shadows moved silently through the night, each step and every decision meticulously planned in advance. In a secure command center, Ukrainian commanders pored over maps and digital displays, coordinating a complex and perfectly timed plan that had taken weeks to prepare. Every detail was scrutinized, every contingency considered. As the clock struck the designated hour, Ukrainian fighter bombers soared into the sky, launching long-range cruise missiles from a safe distance. These advanced missiles streaked through the night, guided by precision navigation systems, their targets locked in from miles away. Simultaneously, a massive swarm of drones, dozens, perhaps hundreds, crossed into Russian territory. Their small engines buzzed in unison, forming a cloud of technology that moved with purpose and coordination. Many of these drones were decoys, intentionally designed to confuse and overwhelm Russian air defenses. They darted and weaved, drawing the attention of radar operators and anti-aircraft crews, forcing them to reveal their positions and expend valuable ammunition. The drone swarm was the perfect distraction, masking the true intent of the operation. Meanwhile, ground teams used advanced technology to relay final targeting information, ensuring that every strike would hit its mark. Ukrainian special forces, moving stealthily behind enemy lines and equipped with laser designators, illuminated high-value targets. Their expertise ensured pinpoint accuracy, guiding missiles and drones to their objectives with surgical precision. This multi-pronged attack was a true symphony of destruction, with each element, jets, drones, and special forces, working in perfect harmony. The success of the mission depended on flawless coordination and trust between every unit involved. The timing had to be perfect, and Ukraine executed it flawlessly. As dawn broke, the results were clear: a meticulously orchestrated operation, carried out with skill, courage, and unwavering determination. Russia's response was fast but chaotic. Air defense systems were overwhelmed by the sheer number of targets. Decoy drones drew fire, while Russian jets scrambled to intercept. The sky was filled with false targets, confusing radar operators. Russian forces tried to respond, but Ukrainian special forces had already completed their mission. Ukraine had a counter for every Russian move, jamming communications and disrupting signals. Pilots were flying blind, unable to get clear orders. Ukraine was not just attacking military sites, it was attacking Russia's ability to fight back. Electronic warfare was the silent weapon in this attack. Ukraine deployed a sophisticated network of jammers, creating an electronic fog. By jamming data links, Ukraine broke Russia's integrated air defense system apart. Drones played a dual role, some as decoys, others as electronic warfare platforms. They targeted specific frequencies, creating false echoes and blinding radar operators. Ukraine also targeted communication networks, flooding channels with noise. This created confusion and paralysis, leaving Russian forces unable to coordinate a defense. The electronic assault had a psychological effect, shattering confidence in technology. With Russia's defenses blinded, the real attack began. Storm Shadow cruise missiles struck with devastating force. The Vimpel Space Intelligence Center and Kaluga command post were hit directly. The destruction of these command centers was the primary goal. Ukraine's intelligence was precise, targeting high-value nodes for maximum damage. Smaller drones severed communication links, isolating Russian forces further. It was a 1-2 punch that left Russia's command network shattered. The strikes caused a total information blackout. Russia's military command in the Moscow region went dark. The loss of satellite intelligence and communication links was critical. Commanders were left isolated, unable to coordinate. This paralysis created a golden opportunity for Ukraine. Ukrainian forces launched probing attacks, exploiting the confusion. The long-term effects are significant, forcing Russia to rely on less capable backup systems. The operation's success was built on speed, technology, and coordination. The attack was over in less than 30 minutes, giving Russia no time to respond. Ukraine's rapid, overwhelming blow was key to their success. Technology enabled precision firepower and electronic warfare. The flawless coordination of Air Force Special Forces and drone operators was impressive. Ukraine's decentralized command style allowed them to adapt and succeed. The attacks exposed deep flaws in Russia's defense strategy. A large number of intelligent drones can overwhelm advanced defenses. The operation signals a shift in modern warfare, focusing on speed and precision. Ukraine used superior intelligence and technology to exploit weaknesses. Drones are now central to conflict, serving multiple roles. The strikes show that warfare is a battle of networks, dismantling the enemy's ability to function. The future of war has arrived, where data is ammunition and the fastest network wins.